We're honored, Angel Raphael, to have you with us today. Thank you.
Mhm. Wow, wow. We are very delighted to be here at this moment and to attune to you and your magnificent and gentle and calming and beautiful energy. And it is our understanding that there are things in which you're wanting to talk about. And so, what is it?
Thank you. We would love some of your guidance and wisdom about Three Eye Atlas, this comet that's come into our solar system, and what its meaning may be for us, or what its guidance or message may be for us in this time.
We are attuning to this energy and frequency and have been speaking to you for quite some time that a very powerful vibration was approaching your planet that would be arriving around the time of the winter solstice as you would be receiving what is needed to open the aperture within the birth canal for the birthing of a new reality. And it is, of course, that this energy is extraordinarily potent and powerful and ancient. And as we are tuning to its vibration, it shall speak to you at this time as we are blending with it in this way, as I will be the interpreter for this comment that you are speaking of Three Eye Atlas, in which it finds it very funny that you have all decided to name it in this way, but we will attune to it now. There, first of all, wants to be some clarity in that there is a lot of information about this and speculation that it is perhaps an alien object or a mothership, and there is a lot of fear around it, or that it is going to implode, or that it is going to affect the earth, or that there's going to be some war of some kind and some thing to be terrified of. And the word terrified is one that has been shared, and we are wanting to eliminate that completely from the consciousness, for there is nothing at all to fear about this energy or this vibration. And now that that is said, we can attune to its beautiful light. I am what you are calling Three Eye Atlas, and I come from a very distant and ancient place, and I am a delivery system. I am delivering energy and minerals and information and codes and gases that are bringing phosphorus and vibrations that are to counteract the synthetic intelligence that is being amplified here at this time on your planet as a balancing sequence to begin to support all of you in an upgrade on your evolutionary process and on a biological level. It is that I am coming through and with a particular mission in a sense, but I am natural. There is some understanding that perhaps I am being guided by something outside of myself, and that is true, for I am a consciousness of love, and I am billions and billions of years old. And of course, there is an operating system in which I am guided by and attuned and connected to, and yet cannot be understood through the understanding of the consciousness in which you are presently residing in at this time on earth. But simultaneously, I am composed of natural components, compounds, and chemicals, but I am encoded with information that is deeply ancient and within the water, and that in which is very cold within my ice structures and crystalline frequencies. I carry information information and systems, also within my chemical compounds that are delivering ancient information that has been placed on a trajectory to arrive at a specific time, and that arrival is coming at a rapid pace toward where it is that you are. I am first interacting within your solar system, although this is new to me, for I am from an ancient place that is beyond this system in which you are familiar with your telescopes and understanding of the universe. And I have come from where you perceive me a very long way, and yet simultaneously I have come in the flash of an instantaneous moment, arriving exactly at a time in which I am here to amplify and to fertilize, for I am a delivery system of fertilization of compounds and energies that are merged with the water structures. You are coming into familiarity and deeper understanding of the power and potency and consciousness of your water on your earth that is also shifting as it is merging with the primordial water that is rising from deep within the core of the earth. I too am carrying water within the components of my energy body that are being infused and interacting with other compounds and metals, minerals, and phosphorus, which is then going to be delivered. And in my delivery system, as I pass where it is that you are, it will be a spark. That will be a cascading of events that will unfold, and some of these will be connected on a geological level within the compounds of your earth and its surface, and perhaps even a change in the magnetics, and there will be some volcanic eruptions, or should we say connections to springs that will give off changes that will then impact the biological evolutionary process on your planet as that of my what you think of as dust or gases and energies of information and codes begin to interact, carried by my water to yours to spark a new process. But just as your evolutionary and biological process has taken millions of years to unfold and to develop through the seeding process that has come from galactic beings and from the core itself. This delivery system is doing this the same, but not perhaps in the way in which you would normally perceive it through your perception, and is the starting point. It is a spark of energy that is arriving at this time that will carry you through a shift or an evolutionary leap in not just your consciousness, but on a biological level where it will have an impact on your DNA and RNA. This will also have an impact on the telomeres and the longevity of your species and your capacity to adapt to the changing climate on your planet so that you will be able to be in relationship with this. This is an energy, however, that will speed up capacities and awaken gifts that have been dormant, as you have often heard of and been speaking of within the body itself, that then will have the capacity to stay on par with the synthetic intelligence that is rising on your planet and will surpass it as long as those who are choosing to remain in full consciousness and connection with their biological evolution will surpass that of the synthetic evolution or artificial way of perception. These two timelines are arising at this time, and this is a cycle that has repeated through historical understanding on your planet before. And we are here as this delivery system in the support of the evolution in the most natural way, in which the components that are coming from the systems of information that has been encoded through billions of years of our travel, passing and bringing forth this information will have an impact upon you. It is that I am doing this, but not alone. And as you are aware, there are many other comets accompanying me. However, they are not carrying the same delivery system, nor do they carry the same components or the same consciousness, ancient codings, and information that I have. As I will be connecting with the sun very shortly and attuning to it, there will be an exchange, for we're going to have a bit of a rendezvous. And as we attune to one another, that I will be receiving what I am needing from the warming. The warming itself will create an interaction within me and will affect the water component that will have an impact on the planet as I'm coming closer to you. However, it is the similar in that I will be exchanging this information, and that information encoded within the plasmic light will give off larger spikes of flares by your sun, and the solar wind will carry my codes to you. The sun is like my delivery system as I am seeding or fertilizing these frequencies, and that is carried. And this is one way in which it will be carried. However, there will be other delivery systems through the wind itself and the water as the vaporized gases are able to interact with the earth plane and its frequencies. During the descendant of these energies, you will feel this, and it might create a spike in the shaking, in which you have labeled or named as earthquakes around your planet. But from that, there is primordial waters that will rise in between these spaces that are also carrying codes and components that are needed for a quantum leap in not only consciousness but biological life, a metamorphosis of sorts. And so all of this is happening simultaneously as I continue on my passage and move through. There are some scenarios in which misinformation will be perhaps projected within the holographic field as a perception that I am something to be afraid of, or that I am operated by some intelligence that is invading you or would want to bring harm to you. And this is absolutely false and not true, and no attention or credence should be given to such ideas. However, there is a potential timeline of utilizing my energy and information to spread misinformation, and we support and advise you to deeply remain rooted in the guided understanding that I come as a benevolent being of light to support you in your awakening process.
Mm, thank you. And are there ways that we can be opening fully to these energies and the transformation that's being brought to us and avoid resisting that? How can we best open to these energies and these changes that are coming?
Oh, it is to move into the heart, for you can only receive these codes and this through the heart, for it cannot be absorbed through the mind. And it is that returning to ancient ways, unto the song, to the breath, to the mantra, to the sound, to the light, to the forest, to the nature, to the spaciousness, to the water, to the emptiness, to the void, to the nothingness. And of course, as we are tuning to Kelly, to the womb space of the darkness, shall you receive our energy and our encodings. They cannot be absorbed on a cellular level nor within the mitochondria if the energetic field and is in resistance, as you are saying, due to the fact that it is distracted, which is a mechanism that has been put in place to disconnect you from your own evolutionary growth, and which keeps you from moving into the mirrored reflection of your own inner knowing. And so we are encouraging at this time to return to and connect with the deepest, most indigenous teachings, to listen to the elders and their ways, to align with the planets, to attune to the moon at its time of fullness and its time of waning and its time of emptiness, to connect to the fire and to the wind and to the water, and to remember, for it is a deep remembering and alignment with the essence of self. And so it is of great importance in the next 3 months as you are arriving at the time of the solstice. To prepare yourself for the receptivity of this by creating as much emptiness as possible within your field to be able to absorb the many gifts that are descending upon your planet at this time.
Thank you. This is so profound. We are so grateful for what you're bringing to us. And can you tell us if it's significant that you're also making a pass by Mars October 3rd and then Venus November 3rd, the Earth close to the solstice, and then March 16th, a pass by Jupiter, and that you're making these passes by the planets connected to either the full moon with Mars and Venus or the new moon with the Earth and Jupiter.
Yes, for it is a celestial dance. And we are having so much fun, and it is quite orchestrated, and it is a beautiful symphony playing magnificent notes as I am approaching rapidly to this place in which you speak of as Mars. We are working very much to, we do not like to use the word eliminate, but to bring a sense of peace to the warring energy, the polarized vibration, the energy of division that is deeply sparked on your planet, that has created ripples of enormous concern through many universes, as many beings on other planetary systems and within dimensional realities are bombarding your planet with light in the hope that these warring fractions will come back into union. And so this coding here is to mitigate that and to bring more balance into the unification of a peaceful presence within your own cells. And it is of importance, as we were saying before, to come into this emptiness, to this space of simplicity and stillness through the releasing of the ego mind, so that that which perpetuates this sense of separation and create such deep suffering on your planet can come back into harmonization, in which we feel the presence of this new biological life that is entering your planet and awakening also through the birthing process of many who will be born in a biological way as the new children of light. Will are carry an energy in which the warring fraction of these old tribal ways of perspective will be dismissed or diminished, and a return to a peaceful nature will arise around your globe. And so each pass that we make toward and connected with different planetary systems has a significant reason and impact and purpose, for it is not arbitrary and is in alignment with our capacity at this time as living organisms of consciousness, as each planet carries its own consciousness, and my presence, which is not just ancient and old, carrying powerful information, but is a body that is influencing and interacting within your solar system and will remain present for a period of time, is changing everything. And so I do not mean to create such great importance about the value of my presence within your system at this time, but it is of great importance because it is that my influence will be influencing all different aspects of the human collective psyche and the biological life on your planet as it is in this state at this now moment.
Mm, thank you. And can you give us some guidance about what your pass by Venus may mean for us?
Well, this energy is a required mirrored reflection to return to the source of love within oneself in the dismantling of that in which is armored against self to the reflection of that core. And so this will create a rise in a need for reflection, as many things within your holographic field will be mirroring that which is not loved within who you are. And so a stirring will be occurring, and a great releasing will be taking place, and a shedding and a purging will be happening to enter into the essence of the original self so that you may open and bloom like a flower in order to receive the codes that are descending at this time upon the planet. Because if the cell structure is closed or the flower is tight because the sunlight has not hit it for the blooming, for it to open to receive what is coming in, because it is within the frequency of resistance, then the pass by of the work in which is taking place through the entrance of our energy and within your system will not be viable or will not necessarily be received in a way in which a change will occur on a personal to level to those who are interacting with our vibrations. And so it is a time of asking for all of you to let go, to open, to bloom, to surrender, and to allow yourself to be in a receptive mode, in a receiving mode of the codes that are being received from the light at this time.
Mm, this is profound, and we're so grateful for what you're bringing and how you're guiding us then, and how we can be receptive and open to these energies as you interact with these different planets. Can we ask about the pass by Jupiter and how we should be open to that or work with that?
It is the massiveness of this energy. And we are inviting all of you to move into a greater state of union, not just with self, but with one another, and recognizing yourself as a mass, as a collective. And this is also an invitation to notice within something, within another, that one cannot find the beauty in, to delve deep into the deepest aspects of recognition of the beauty in that in which one is opposed to. As an example, if there is something in which one is in opposition to, a recognition of where, through the depth of that opposition, can there be a kernel of beauty that can be opened and received, to be illuminated, to receive then a connection, to create a wholeness within self. And so it is moving as a collective by receiving and integrating aspects that have been denied or seen as bad or pushed aside, or one is against or is right or wrong or differs from opinion, to be integrated into the whole and received as love, so that the mass of the collective and the enormous vibration of that energy is more stabilized, creating a unified field for the acceptance of the frequencies in which we are sharing and delivering at this time.
Thank you so much for bringing us your wisdom and your energy and your frequencies. We honor you. And I also express my gratitude to Angel Raphael for helping us to receive these messages. Thank you so much.
Oh, you are welcome. I am very happy to deliver these messages to you and to tell you that There is enormous love for you as a collective, for you as a being, for you as a consciousness, for the beautiful jewel of your planet within the system of many systems, that you are not alone in the universe, that we are here. And although now we are not perceived in a way in which you would recognize us as alien, should we say, we are a consciousness of energy and information, just like the recognition now that your water is conscious, you become aware that light is conscious. And so are chemical compounds. So is the nickel and the minerals and the compost of energy that is descending and emanating from my being is conscious, and its interaction with all of you at this time interrelates and interfaces with the consciousness of your biology, that is your operating system of your life force intelligence that is quickly metamorphosing and birthing new realms of experiences and realities. And we are here, simply here to bring the ancient codes and wisdoms that are billions of years old to be received as you open your energetic field to the receptivity of our light, to receive our love, so that you too may all collectively make a leap through the galactic realms into higher frequencies and leave behind that in which is artificially operating from a system that is no longer in alignment with the true self of union in light. With that, we send to you all of our love, many blessings from deep within space, and good day.
Mm, thank you.